Some police officers are on a mission to not only protect their community, but also show people around them there's more to the person behind the uniform. One officer in Austin is only about a year into her job with the APD. And as KXAN's Leslie Rangel shows us, she's on a mission to show her strength and determination to people around the country through one of the toughest competitions around.
I graduated the academy in October of last year.
Of the 1,773 sworn officers in the department, 170 are female. Officer Katrina Ratcliffe is one of them.
I work south of the river to about 290 and all the way out to Dale Valley. I work evening shifts, so I work from afternoon until about 2 o'clock in the morning.
After the uniform comes off, this woman shifts into a ninja.
So I started out with just a simple 2 hooks and just doing pull-ups off some grip strength items in there, and it kind of evolved into a ninja gym all of a sudden.
Off the street, she's known as Ninja Cat, an aspiring American ninja warrior.
I've been watching the show since it started. 77,000 people applied, and about 300 of those were chosen for exclusive interviews. I was one of the 300.
Officer Ratcliffe says you don't get chosen on ability alone.
It's not just people that work out all day and that's all they do. It's people that are making an impact in their community, that have come from struggles in their life, and succeeded.
Officer Ratcliffe's biggest struggle came when she served in the United States Army.
I served in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was a military working dog handler. He would go up to about 300 yards away from me, and he would alert if there was an explosive. And then I would recall him back and we'd mark the area.
Things took a turn when she and her German Shepherd went on a special mission to Afghanistan.
My dog faced PTSD when he got there. He wasn't able to perform his mission anymore. That affected me because I wasn't able to do my job without my dog. I can't find the bombs.
Now it's the memory of the friend she lost overseas and the memory of her canine companion that keeps her going.
They're what pushed me in life. Don't be normal, don't be sedentary, don't grow up. Keep moving, keep laughing, keep making yourself happy, and doing things that you wouldn't normally do.
In Austin, Leslie Rangel, KXAN News.
Officer Ratcliffe could not tell us how far she made it on this season of American Ninja Warrior, but you can look for her when the show's new season starts here on KXAN. That's coming up on June the 12th. And she will not be the only hero on this upcoming season of American Ninja Warrior. Robin DeHaven will also be competing. DeHaven helped rescue 6 people from inside a burning building after an airplane crashed deliberately into the Echelon building in North Austin 7 years ago. DeHaven worked for a glass company and was driving by at the time. He stopped and used a ladder from his glass truck to save lives there. Shortly after, he was honored by the Austin Police Department, Fire Department, and EMS. You have a pretty